Hi everyone, my name is Shayla and I'm the student recruiter for the College of Health Sciences. And today I'm going to be going over some tips and tricks for the Bachelor of Kinesiology and the Bachelor of Kinesiology and Bachelor of Education programs. Before I begin the presentation, I would like to acknowledge that the University of Alberta is located on Treaty 6 territory and respects the histories, languages, and cultures of First Nations, Métis, Inuit, and all First Peoples of Canada, whose presence continues to enrich our vibrant community. And today I'm going to be highlighting these two programs, our Bachelor of Kinesiology and our Bachelor of Kinesiology and Bachelor of Education programs. For more information about different programs that we do have to offer, you can always visit uab.ca/programs. First, I'm going to highlight the Bachelor of Kinesiology degree, which is a multidisciplinary approach to the study of the art and science of human movement. Within this program, students can focus on one of three majors, or they can choose to do an individualized major, which is self-designed. However, students will need permission from the faculty. The first major is adapted physical activity and health, and this allows students to focus on working with people with impairments across all different age groups and environments. Second is physical activity and health. Is the focus of the importance of physical activity as it relates to health, fitness, and well-being over the lifespan. And lastly, we have sport performance, and it allows students to understand the theoretical underpinnings of the multifaceted aspects of sport performance. And here we have the Bachelor of Kinesiology requirements. As you can see here they are quite flexible. There are a range of courses that students can take to meet the requirements. Of course, though, English 30-1 is always a requirement. Biology 30 is not a requirement for say, but it is recommended as this will help students along in the program. Physical education 30 can also be used for this program as well. Most students ask, what is the difference between the Bachelor of Kinesiology and the Bachelor of Science in Kinesiology? So as I was kind of mentioning before, the Bachelor of Kinesiology is the focus of both the art and science of human movement, whereas the Bachelor of Science in Kinesiology specifically focuses on the science aspects of human movement, such as chemistry, biochem, physics, biomechanics, things like that. And the BKin program allows students to select a major, as I was highlighting earlier, whereas the BSc Kin program does not have a major or minor, as it is just highly specialized in the science aspects of things. The BKin program also has a flexible high school requirements, whereas the BSc Kin is not as flexible, and students do need to present Physics 30 for admission. With both of these degrees, further study is possible in medicine, physical therapy, or occupational therapy. And something for students to keep in mind when they are applying is you can have an option 1 or an option 2. So if you want to pick two programs you want to apply to, option 1 being the number one program, like diehard program you want to get into, whereas option 2 is a strategic backup. Not your first choice, but a second choice that you would still be happy with if you got into the program. And then next we have our Bachelor of Kinesiology and Bachelor of Education combined degree program. This allows students to, it's a 5-year program. Students take the first 3 years of the Bachelor of Kinesiology, and then they would transfer into the Faculty of Education and complete the Bachelor of Education in the last 2 years of the program. With this, students can choose two routes. You can choose the elementary route, which allows students to teach kindergarten to grade 6, or the secondary route, which allows students to teach grade 7 to grade 12. And here we have the Bachelor of Kinesiology and Bachelor of Education requirements. As we can see, these are both flexible as well. Again, Biology 30 is not required, but it is always recommended for students for admission, as it will be helpful in the long run with these courses. And again, English 30-1 is a required course. With this, students do have to meet English language proficiency, and in the Bachelor of Kinesiology and Bachelor of Education only, students must also meet a spoken English requirement for this program. For our other KSR programs like Bachelor of Kinesiology, Bachelor of Science in Kinesiology, and our BARS program, students only need to meet the English language proficiency requirements, as this is the main language of instruction at our institution. And if you're wondering about the competitive averages for our programs, I will highlight these below. So, the Bachelor of Kinesiology program is mid to high 80s for high school students. And then for the Bachelor of Kinesiology and Bachelor of Education program, it is high 80s to low 90s. And then for transfer applicants, the Bachelor of Kinesiology program is a 2.6 and above. And then for Bachelor of Kinesiology and Bachelor of Education, elementary and secondary route, it is a 3.4 and above. If you want to keep up to date with the averages of all of our programs, please feel free to check out uab.ca/averages. And as for career opportunities, there are a lot of options for students. So, in the Bachelor of Kinesiology program, some opportunities for students can include becoming a kinesiologist, an exercise and fitness specialist, strength and conditioning specialist, as well as a coach. And then for the Bachelor of Kinesiology and Bachelor of Education, students can become an elementary, junior high, high school teacher, a curriculum consultant, personal trainer, recreation and sport administrator, educator in public, nonprofit, or private industries. And with this as well, further studies in areas such as medicine, physical therapy, occupational therapy, or athletic therapy is possible. There are so many different career opportunities for students in these programs. And next we have the transition year program. It has been around for several decades at the U of A. It has been a starting point for a large and diverse group of students who have been successful in a wide range of programs. The program has both academic and cultural components, as well as community involvement with access to elders, cultural teachers, and more. Students create a strong network of support by getting to know other students in a small, intimate learning environment. So the transition year program is for Indigenous students who may not be prepared to enter a faculty through the regular admission route, and it is available for students for the BKin and BARS degrees only. It is a full-time on-campus program that sets students up to enter a degree program in their second year. And for anyone interested in transferring to the Bachelor of Kinesiology or the Bachelor of Kinesiology and Bachelor of Education programs, you would apply as a transfer applicant and be assessed on two main factors. So, students need to present the 5 required high school courses, and a minimum AGPA of a 2.0 is required. This is calculated from the most recent 24 transferable units, so the most recent 8 courses. If students do not have 24 units that are transferable to the U of A, they may be assessed on a combination of their high school and transferable post-secondary course grades. And for students who are interested in the BKin and BEd only, this applies to them. So students who have a previous degree are not eligible for admission to the BKin BEd program. And the BKin BEd degrees program strictly adheres to university policy regarding transfer of credit as per the transfer of credit document. And as mentioned previously, the BKin BEd, you do require the spoken English requirement for this program. Of course, a higher GPA may be needed to be considered competitive, and to better understand if previous coursework is transferable, students can use the U Alberta Transfer Credit Search Tool or the Alberta Transfer Search Tool if their post-secondary coursework was taken in Alberta. And the U of A does have collaborative agreements with the following post-secondary institutions, so MacEwan University, Northwestern Polytechnic, and Red Deer Polytechnic. These programs allow for students to complete the first 2 years of the eligible transfer program at one of these institutions, and then they can, as long as they meet these admission requirements, they can apply to transfer and finish their Bachelor of Kinesiology degree at the U of A. And students who are 21 or older on the first day of classes and don't present any transferable post-secondary education can be evaluated as a non-matriculated applicant. Fewer high school subjects are required, however, a competitive average and all other minimum admission requirements must be met. The U of A does not offer high school academic upgrading. Any missing high school courses must be completed elsewhere prior to the document deadline. So if you're looking for more information about where you can upgrade, please visit the Alberta Advanced Education website. And the Faculty of KSR also offers a certificate in Indigenous sport and recreation. It is administered by the Faculty of KSR and Native Studies, and it is open to students enrolled in these degree programs in these faculties. Um, Essentially, you can receive the certificate alongside your degree, and the curriculum positions sport and recreation as instruments for improving community health. A key feature of one of our programs within KSR is our work integrated learning approach, and this means that we can combine learning with experiential opportunities to develop practical skills for your future career. The infill learning is available to match your interests and career goals, and this is an excellent opportunity to build your resume and also network with professionals for career options after graduation or letters of recommendation for professional programs. In the career explorations and interpersonal skill building course, students will acquire essential skills for job searches, resume writing, interviews, and networking, all while actively engaging with professional stakeholders. And with this, students will be able to develop a dynamic professional portfolio. And in the introduction to professional practice, students will apply their knowledge in interdisciplinary theory within the specific context of kinesiology, sport, and recreation settings. This class allows students to integrate theory and practice throughout various learning activities, and students will engage in multiple short group microfield placements, each with variable time commitments. From there, students get to choose which sector they're interested in, such as research. In research, this is a microfielded placement. Students get to experience a research-based course. They get to work in research labs and on research projects of KSR faculty members. In the comprehensive field experience, it is a macro and micro placement. It's a hands-on learning experience, fully integrated. Students will be fully integrated into their work and placed in their subject of study. And the interdisciplinary and collaborative practice allows students to, it is a microfield placement, and it allows students to work in small teams to analyze a complex problem and propose a solution to address a real world issue. And lastly, there is the international experience. This program allows U of A students to select a 3-month service learning placement in either South America, Asia, or Canada. And for students in the BKin Ed route, you will be doing your in-field placement. So this allows students to merge their theoretical learning with practical experience in a school setting. Students will complete 2 field experiences, first being their introductory field experience, and then second being the advanced field experience. And students will gain that hands-on experience in lesson planning, teaching, classroom management, individualized instruction, and progress assessment. And these are completed generally the last 2 years of the program. In order for your application to be considered complete, your final and official transcripts must be received by the U of A along with any other required documents by the document deadline. For more information on how to submit transcripts and documents, please visit uab.ca/aftab. And for Registration 101, this is where you can learn how to register in your courses. A quick step-by-step here is you will accept your offer and pay your tuition deposit. You're going to find your enrollment date in Bear Tracks. And if you do want additional assistance, you can register for one of our Registration 101 workshops when they open up. We do have KSR Registration 101 modules on uab.ca/reg101, as well as the program guides. And from there, you can enroll in your courses. These are some important dates and deadlines I want you to be aware of. Applications open October 1st, 2025, and they close March 1st, 2026. The guaranteed housing deadline is April 30th, 2026. If you want more information about residence, please visit uab.ca/residence. And the outstanding documents deadline for transfer students is June 15th, 2026. The outstanding documents deadline for high school is August 1st, 2026. And if you do have any questions today after this presentation, please feel free to email ksr.recruiting@ualberta.ca, or if you would like to book a virtual advising session, you can always book a session at uab.ca/advising. If you want just more information about our KSR programs that we offer in general, you can always visit uab.ca/KSR, and feel free to sign up to receive the latest U of A info, event alerts, updates, and more through this QR code. Thank you so much.